but it's a bunch. There's something like 25 miles of conveyor in this building. Now, that's all body shop. We take all these pieces, window frame, your A post, your B post, your doors, and we actually weld them together to make the body, but it's just a strictly metal body. There's nothing on it. And this is the yard once they're done. It makes me sad to see that all these high-quality vehicles are sitting here and nobody wants them anymore. But it makes me proud to see all these high-quality vehicles sitting here, because I know what it went into building that. I know how much hard work's in that truck. To be downright honest with you, I really don't know what I think. It's just like a blender. You know, sometimes something will pop to the top, and then it'll disappear, and then something else will pop to the top, you know, and then you go, I didn't think of that, or... But deep in my heart, and it's probably fairyland stuff, but deep in my heart, I think we're going to get another product.
The auto industry is bleeding cash, and badly they need money
Things
right
are so
now.
bad the government has to step in and bail out the big three automakers.
The union is one big reason why the big three are in a world of hurt.
This is all the union's fault. The abuses of the union system. If the unions won't bend, we should not lend.
Labor costs are $73 an hour for Detroit, but only $44 for non-Detroit producers.
For every employee they have, it runs about $70 per hour.
UAW workers earn as much as $75 an hour.
Charlie, look at that. $78 an hour for a GM guy.
Who?
GM workers, man, on the news. GM workers make $70 an hour.
Oh, that would be nice. I haven't seen that yet.
I was out in the restaurant. It took everything I had to keep my mouth shut when I heard the people behind me cracking jokes on how much an hour we make. You know, I felt like just standing up and shouting over the booth, "We do not make that much money. Don't you people understand it? It's outrageous." I do not make $75 an hour. I probably make a third of that. And I would challenge anybody to go inside that plant and work on that assembly line 9.5 to 10 hours a day and say that I don't deserve that $25 an hour. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being able to provide a good income and benefits for your family. We don't make any more than Toyota or Honda makes an hour on that job. The only thing difference between us and Toyota and Honda is Toyota and Honda do not have the retirees to take care of like GM and Ford and Chrysler do.
I mean, I've had guys tell me, that I'm overpaid because I'm a union employee. I mean, not just at GM. When I worked out of the IBEW construction hall, I had guys tell me that. Non-union electrician. And I'd ask them, well, how much do you make? And, this was, that where you're good? They'd say, well, I make $18 an hour. I said, well, we make 21. And you know what? If we as a union volunteer to make $18 an hour like you, next week your contractor's going to come through and say, okay, you're working for $14 an hour, so that I will have a competitive edge against them. I said, where do you want to draw the line? Where I work for $1 an hour and you do it for free?
I watched my grandfather establish himself in the union back in the early 70s when black men didn't have that ability. And him to reach the point that he did, it was wonderful.
You got everybody that's saying, let General Motors declare bankruptcy. Well, this is just my neighborhood. The fella in the White House over there, retired Delphi. The fella where that black pickup truck is, retired Delphi. The house on the corner, I worked with the guy's mother lives there, retired General Motors, retired from our truck plant. These people right next door, retired Delphi. For one block, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses that could have been affected by the bankruptcy. That's 50% of the houses just in this block that are tied to General Motors in one way or another, whether through Delphi or through General Motors or through the engine plant. That's wow. I think we're at the end of the good life, so to speak. I don't think that it's going to be a thing that people can attain anymore. I think everything, we're not going to go up anymore. We're either going to level off or even have a downtrend. It's all changing now. Go to Walmart and shop. Walmart, when it first opened, their big selling point was American made. Now, if it's American made, they don't have it. We're not going to have a manufacturing base anymore. It's going to be foreign owned. People are talking about it more and more every day, and in a way that's a good thing because people are talking about it, but also it's a bad thing because it's making you realize that the end is coming soon, you know.
I'm ready to get out of here now. They want me out, I'm ready to go. I struggled with it, but now I'm ready to go. I mean, it's come to the end, so I kind of realized that, and I'll set my feet and go on from there. I'm tired of messing with this.
What do you mean?
I'm going to start over again. You know, get an education or a job. I know jobs, especially in Ohio. Education I don't got. Most people here don't have a good education, or they'd be somewhere else. I mean, it's the best deal everybody's got right here. If not, you'd be somewhere else.
What's next for you?
I don't know. That's what all this is about. Future education for us guys who don't feel like getting any more education. Too old for it. The old dog new trick routine, I guess.
Do you know how to, like, you're computer savvy pretty much?
Not a bit.
Not a bit?
Don't even have a computer.
What's that?
Don't have a computer. Don't have one.
You think that's going to matter for jobs?
Computer? Hope not.
If we don't start taking care of the people right here in our own country, we spend thousands and thousands of dollars fighting wars in other countries. Let's take care of our own people here. Let's whatever we make it, let's make it here, buy it here, take care of our own people here. I have to go out here and reinvent myself at 45 years old. I've got a high school diploma, and this is all I know. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me but let somebody get in here and work 10 and 12 hours a day doing the same thing all day long. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody is made out for that,
It's 16 years of accumulation of me working at General Motors. Tools and just different scales. And of course, your ever-present Marine Assembly coffee mug, which probably is about as sanitary as a hog barn. Today's the 5th, so 18 more days, which is actually only 10 working days, maybe.